Molly Reyes is a 9-year-old girl who was diagnosed with higher needs autism at the age of 5, which means she was doing things very different from what other people do in the world. She can walk, talk, and has a very unique talent in drawing. But what everyone doesn't know is that she has an imaginary friend named Oliver. Molly created Oliver when she was 6 because she had trouble making friends in real life due to her autism, making her nervous about what they think of her. Molly is the only one who can see him because he can only be seen through imagination and not actual eyes. Together, they go on these wonderful adventures with just some stuff they found and a spark of imagination. And Molly takes those adventures with Oliver and puts them in her drawings only for her to see. One day at school, she saw that the school was putting together an art show tomorrow, where every student would bring their artwork for the whole school to see.
I wonder if I should make a new art project to bring to the art show,
Molly thought. As soon as she got home, she started to get all of her paint stuff together. She got out a stack of blank papers and her paints and paintbrushes, making sure they were neatly arranged and organized. But what she was missing was an idea. Molly asked herself,
what should my art be about?
She thought and thought and thought, but no idea came out.
What can I do for the art show tomorrow?
Molly said. Then she knew just who to help. She closed her eyes and called out softly,
Oliver? Oliver! I need your help with something. Could you please come out and play?
And just like that, he appeared from inside her closet, ready to see what Molly was up to.
Hello! Hey, Molly, what do you have in store for us today? Are we going outside, or to the playground, or the attic? Oh, man, I love the attic. It has a bunch of old stuff up there, and the dust is so fluffy.
Molly chuckled and said.
No, Oliver. I need your help with something.
Then Oliver responded.
Oh, I love to help. What do you need help with? Homework? Playing? Playing with homework?
Molly explained.
No, I've already finished my homework. I need help with this.
Molly shows her imaginary friend the organized stuff she put. Oliver sees the things Molly has and says,
I see paper and paintbrushes and paints, all organized together, but I don't see the problem here.
Molly then explains to Oliver.
Oliver, my school is having an art show tomorrow, so I have all my painting supplies organized and ready.
Then Oliver says,
Oh, that sounds like fun! But one question, what's an art show?
Molly explains.
An art show is an event where people take their artworks that they made and show it to everyone who comes. Sometimes people would want to buy your art, but this art is just for fun.
Oliver says.
Wow, this art show thing sounds like fun! And you're a great drawer, so you definitely win.
Molly tells him.
It's not a contest, Oliver. It's just for fun. But my problem is that I don't know what I should draw for the art show. That's why I need your help with this.
Oliver now gets the problem.
Oh, I get it now. Well, maybe we should try getting in the paper and figuring out what we can come up with.
Molly chuckled and said.
Oliver, we can't just go in the paper. That's just silly and impossible.
Oliver responded.
Well, not if you imagine. Come on, Molly, use your imagination and think of the paper and see what happens.
With her eyes closed and her thoughts flowing through her imagination, her room was starting to look white and blank until there was nothing but her supplies, and Oliver. Molly's eyes opened and she sees her whole room blank with no one but Oliver. Molly asked,
Where are we?
Oliver responded,
We're in the paper! Look! It's your room!
Oliver shows her a window that leads to her room. Oliver also pointed out,
And look! It's your art supplies! Now just pick up something and start creating your own masterpiece!
but Molly still doesn't know what to create. She starts to curl up with her knees in front of her chest and says,
But I still don't know what to make. I'll never be ready in time for the art show.
Oliver then comes to comfort her.
Oh, Molly, you're a great artist, and your creativity is amazing! You can't let a blocked mind get in the way of what you love to do.
He picks up a paintbrush and tries to hand it to her.
Here, Molly, just try to be your creative self again. I'll help you out and turn this paper into a great work of art.
Molly takes the paintbrush and says,
Okay, Oliver, let's do this.
Molly tries to start, but has a thought.
But I don't know what picture I should make. Oliver, what can I do?
Oliver thinks for a moment and says,
How about you do a picture based on your feelings, and whatever makes you feel something, you use a color that represents that feeling?
Molly asks.
You mean I should make it abstract?
Oliver responds.
Well, if that's what it's called, then yes, make it abstract. I'll help by telling you the things that make you feel a certain feeling. Like, how about the time we had this box and we imagined that it was a boat and we were sailing around the ocean for adventure? Or like the time we saw that kid and we fed it some milk? Or the time we saw that parade despite it being too loud for your ears, but you wore your noise-reducing earmuffs at least? Or maybe the time we went on that road trip to the amusement park. Oh, that was a fun time!
Hearing Oliver saying those memories made Molly feel very happy. So, she started using yellow to paint, because it represents her happiness in her.
Oliver, it's working! Try to give me another feeling.
Molly said. Oliver then thinks of more memories.
Oh, how about the time you lost your goldfish and we had to say goodbye to him by flushing him down the toilet? Or the time we first heard that You'll Be In My Heart song on the radio? Or the time we watched the final episode of our favorite show? Oh, that was so sad!
Molly was so emotional with tears in her eyes of those sad memories that she took the color blue and tearfully started using that color to paint because it represents her sadness. After being teary-eyed for a moment, Molly said,
Oliver, this picture's going well. Keep telling me memories and I'll keep painting how I feel.
So Oliver kept remembering, while Molly kept painting. Like the time she tried green beans and almost threw up. She used green to show how disgusted she felt. Also the time she didn't get the toy she wanted in her kitty meal. She used red to show how mad she felt. And then the time she and Oliver saw that scary movie at night. So she used purple to show that she was scared. Oliver kept remembering and Molly kept painting until the paper was finally full.
Molly, this picture is so beautiful! I can see the emotions we put together!
Oliver said.
Yeah, I feel like this will be perfect for the art show tomorrow.
Molly said. Then she heard her mom's voice.
Molly, it's time for bed!
That voice brought Molly back to the real world with her finished painting.
Okay, Mom,
she said. Molly put all her paints and brushes away and started her bedtime routine that she does every night. Taking a bath, brushing her teeth, combing her hair, and putting on her pajamas As soon as she was ready, her mom came to tuck her in, but she wanted to ask.
Mom, what do you think of this picture I made for the art show tomorrow?
Her mom responded.
It looks pretty, my dear.
Molly asked another question.
But is it good enough for the art show tomorrow?
Her mom responded.
Well, we won't know until tomorrow. And the only way for tomorrow to come is if we get some sleep, okay?
Molly said.
Okay, Mom.
Her mom gave her a kiss on her head and said,
Good night, sweetheart.
Molly responded back.
Good night, Mom.
As soon as her mom left the room, she said,
Good night, Oliver.
And from the closet, he said,
Good night, Molly.
And she drifted off to sleep, still feeling a bit of doubt inside her head. The next morning, Molly woke up to do her daily morning routine that she does every day, getting up, getting dressed, brushing her teeth, combing her hair, and having breakfast. After having her breakfast of pancakes and honey with a side of bacon and fruit, she got ready for the school day today, knowing that today is the art show. She made sure that her picture is in her bag. And as soon as the bus came to the front of her house, she kissed her mom goodbye and started entering the bus. And it was on its way to her school. One morning of learning, playing, lunchtime, and math, and social struggling later, basically this afternoon. It was time for the art show, so everyone in the school headed to the gymnasium where it was being held to see what the students' masterpieces are like. So far, they were just so stunning. Molly was the last one to enter with her painting. But as soon as she entered, she saw that everyone's work was amazing, making her think that hers isn't good enough. As she was on her way to the table, she saw the other drawings, sculptures, paintings, and just straight up masterpieces, making her have this anxiety feeling that's making her stomach run circles, her heart pounding like a drum, and thinking of scenarios involving the school and her painting. So in short, she was getting panicky thoughts. So without any reason or rhyme, she just ran out the door with her anxiety almost getting high. She then found a nearby spot in the hallway next to the garbage can to curl up with her knees to her chest and her arms folded, hiding her face. She was so scared that she was getting tearful in her eyes, thinking,
My painting isn't good enough. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I should just quit art in general.
Just then, her imaginary friend came out of the garbage can.
Hey, Molly, did you know that most of these people just throw away perfectly good papers? I mean, what an insult to trees!
He then noticed his friend was in distress. He came out and sat next to her and asked,
Hey, Molly, what's the matter?
She tearfully explains,
Oliver, I feel like my painting isn't good enough for this art show. The whole school has these amazing works of art, and it's making my painting look like a mess. I don't know what to do. What if everyone doesn't like it or hates it? Then what if everyone starts making fun of me because I have the most unamazing artwork ever and...
Oliver stops her and says,
Molly, look at me, First, do your breathing technique.
They took 3 deep breaths together.
In and out. In and out. One more time. In and out.
Until Molly was calm again. Oliver continued.
Now, Molly, you're just overthinking about it. Now, I know that the other kids have done their own masterpieces for the art show, but what we both know is that this piece of art cannot compare to the others, because you painted this with not just your paints, but your feelings. And we did this together, even though you're the only one who can see me. So the question is, what do you think?
Molly thought about it and asked.
Well, I think I like this painting because it reminds me of my feelings, and every time I see this, I get reminded of the feelings that I have inside of me, and I like to have feelings, so I like this painting.
Oliver asked.
And if you like it and I like it, then do you think others will like it?
Molly answered.
I don't know. I haven't shown it to anyone yet, and I got so scared, and I'm not sure if I should come back.
Oliver assured her.
Well, what if we go back together? I'll be right there with you the whole time.
Molly smiled and said.
Thanks, Oliver. Let's go.
The art show was still going on as Molly and Oliver started heading back to the empty spot on the gym wall. Molly tried not to look at all the masterpieces, that way she won't get anxious about hers again. As soon as they got to the empty spot, Oliver said to her,
Molly, I'm right there with you.
Then Molly just took a deep breath and started hanging her painting on the wall. Just then, a little girl came to look at her painting. That gave her confidence. But not a lot of people came to admire it. The well-made sculptures and fantastic paintings of the other kids drew the attention of most visitors. Then more people came and started admiring her work, appreciating the abstract concept of her feelings. One person asked,
Hey, what do you call this masterpiece?
Molly answered,
I call it the abstract colors of my feelings. I used a few different colors that represent my own feelings and emotions in life.
The people were intrigued by her work that she started to feel proud of herself and Oliver for helping make this painting. She realized that she was just worried about everyone's opinions, so much that she didn't know what everyone would actually think. The next day, she was walking through the hallways when she saw that her painting was being on display with all the others. That way, every time she looks at it, it reminds her of how proud she is when making it. So much so that the little girl from yesterday came up to her saying that her painting inspired her to make her own, which made her feel special. Molly proudly says,
I guess my art is the most special talent I've ever had. I couldn't have done it without you, Oliver. Oliver?
Molly tries to look around, but sees Oliver in one of the pictures.
Hey, Molly, look! I'm a masterpiece!
Molly giggled and said,
Oh, Oliver, you're such a silly little guy.